Hi, you're on Truth Unraveled, real stories, raw confessions, where hidden truths come to light and hearts are laid bare. I overheard my wife planning a girls' trip that wasn't for girls, and it broke something inside me. It was a quiet Thursday evening, the living room dim with the flicker of a lavender-scented candle she loved. I was in the kitchen, rinsing dishes, the clink of plates masking my footsteps. Her voice drifted from the bedroom, low and secretive, through the half-open door. "It's perfect, Derek," she whispered into her phone, giggling. "A weekend away, just us, no questions. I'll tell him it's a girls' trip with Sarah." My hands froze in the soapy water, my heart pounding like it might crack my ribs. I'd planned a surprise dinner that night, her favorite pasta carbonara, thinking it'd spark the warmth we'd lost. Instead, I stood there, dripping suds, hearing her plan to get away with another man. My knees wobbled, but I didn't drop the plate. I just listened, silent, as she laughed about how I'd never suspect. But I didn't know then that this was only the beginning of her secrets. I didn't storm in or confront her. I couldn't. Instead, I started noticing the cracks I'd ignored for months: her late nights, her phone always face down, her sudden book club meetings with no books in sight. That night, after she slept, I opened her laptop, her password still our anniversary date, a detail she assumed I'd never use. In her email, I found a folder labeled travel plans. Inside, a confirmation for a boutique hotel in Napa Valley, booked for two. Under her name and Derek's, not Sarah's, they were texts, forwarded to her email, gushing about our weekend and finally being free. My stomach churned. I remembered her brushing off my offer to plan a trip together, saying she was too busy. I dug deeper, finding a receipt for wine tastings, a spa package, a romantic dinner all for two. Then an anonymous text from an unknown number, forwarded to her inbox. "He deserves to know. Check your cloud." I opened our shared cloud storage, my hands shaking, and found photos blurry, but unmistakable. Her and Derek, laughing at a wine bar, his hand on her waist. I sat there, hollow, replaying every moment I'd thought was love. She'd been lying for months, maybe years. I wasn't angry yet, just empty, like someone had carved out my core. I knew the truth now, but I wouldn't scream. I'd plan my exit in silence. I didn't cry or smash her laptop. Instead, I decided to turn her lie into my masterpiece. I called the hotel, posing as her assistant, and upgraded their booking to the honeymoon suite: champagne, rose petals, the works. I gave her parents' address for the bill, knowing they'd see the charges and ask questions. I didn't stop there. I copied every email, text, and photo, saving them to a private drive. I met a lawyer quietly, paying in cash, ensuring our joint accounts were frozen. The day before her girls' trip, she packed, humming, oblivious, while I smiled and asked if she needed help. She kissed my cheek, said, "You're so sweet, Mark," and left. I waited until she was gone, then mailed a package to her. Parents' copies of the hotel receipt, the photos, and a note. Ask her about Napa. At the hotel, I imagined her shock when the front desk handed her the suite key, the bill already sent. She called me that night, voice sharp. "What did you do? My parents are freaking out." I didn't answer. I left an envelope on our bed, the same evidence I'd sent, with a single line, "Enjoy your trip." I walked out quietly, no goodbyes, on my own terms. For the first time, I held the power she never saw coming. I moved into a small apartment a week later, with a view of the city and a couch that smelled like freedom. I started running again, something she'd called pointless years ago. I joined a hiking group, met people who didn't judge my quiet nature, and began writing short stories, not for her, but for me. My phone stopped buzzing with her calls after her parents confronted her. I heard she moved out, her reputation frayed. Derek faded too, apparently not keen on drama. I didn't gloat. I didn't need to. Silence isn't weakness, it's strategy. Trust your gut. Leaving isn't losing. I didn't break. I started living, free, for the first time in years. Thanks for being here and for listening to Truth Unraveled. Real stories, raw confessions. If you've ever felt erased, betrayed, or small in your own life, know this: walking away can be the bravest, loudest choice you make. Before you go, tell me in the comments, what's one moment in history where someone turned deception into victory? I'll be reading everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a reminder that truth always finds a way. Until next time, stay true, stay strong, and never ignore the red flags.